Hello, friends. Welcome to Akulmach Live. And in today's session of Akulmach Live, we have very interesting scenes lined up, very interesting information, and you can join live with us. The link is in the description below. All you have to do is click on that, or alternatively, wherever social media, whichever social media you're watching us right now, you can use the chat function to communicate with us. So, moving on. I think the biggest item to discuss today is about the WhatsApp. You know, the WhatsApp has announced their beta program, and in fact, I have connected with that. And now WhatsApp allows all users, Android as well as iOS users, to use the WhatsApp for web without the use of the device connected with your PC. So earlier the requirement was that WhatsApp has to be always connected to your PC in order to check your messages, etc. But that is not relevant anymore. You can actually go and join the beta program, and then you can actually connect your device with your it's a one-time process. You just connect your device with your PC, and after that you don't have to connect your device, you don't have to carry the device all the time, uh, and connect with your PC online, etc. Without the use of the device, WhatsApp allows you to use the features of messaging, video calling, as well as video messaging or voice messaging. And the best part is WhatsApp now allows you to connect four devices. So this is amazing, information, amazing uh, feature which is now being built up into WhatsApp. And this is something which is good. I personally believe that now WhatsApp is becoming more like a messenger kind of an application, which does not require mobile to be always kept with you while using WhatsApp for web. So now you can have your devices connected, different PCs, whichever in office as well as in your home, and you don't have to connect your mobile device with your PC. Up to four devices it supports. It's a great it's a great offering by WhatsApp, and I really appreciate Facebook enabling all this. I think there must be some plan there, because I think there are a lot of confusion when it comes to Facebook, because WhatsApp is now acquired by Facebook, but then they have their own messenger, and they also have WhatsApp. So sometimes they say, hey, you want to receive messages on WhatsApp, or you want to receive emails in Facebook email, or you want to get messages directly on your profile. So I think there is a need to consolidate all that. I am presuming that this is the first step of consolidating, where they want to de-link WhatsApp with from the mobile number of the owner of the mobile device. So I think this is something great. And if you have any comments, friends, you can just shoot a chat message. I will see it here and display your name and answer that. Otherwise, you can also join me live, because our session is live, and the link is in the description below. The next information I want to talk about today is related to ZojilaPass, which is the second coldest road, motorable road in the world. And this road connects the Srinagar to Leh. So there are two connections which connects Leh, because Leh is a very high altitude city, and there is one road which goes from Manali, which is Himachal, to Leh, which is the highest motorable road in the world, and it has to cross the Rohtang Pass, and there is a Atal tunnel also built up. So earlier Rohtang Pass used to get closed because of heavy snowfall, and there was no guarantee when the traffic will resume. So there used to be a huge traffic jam on a mountainous road in Rohtang Pass. But after the construction of the Atal Tunnel, from this side at least to Leh, from the mainland India to Leh, the connectivity is open all days across the year, because there is no crossing of Rohtang Pass. The tunnel is much lower, and there is no built up of snow or ice to close that the vehicular traffic moving from this side of the mountain to the other. It's one of the longest tunnel, and there is a similar tunnel which is being constructed on the northern side. Now, this is a road which connects Srinagar to Leh and provides lot of vehicular movement in terms of supplies, in terms of raw material to Leh and back from Leh. So it takes people and raw material to Leh and bring them back up to Srinagar. So this is a separate road, and it passes through the second coldest motorable road in the world, called ZojilaPass. It is quite high, as you can see in this photograph which I'm showing right now. Uh, in case there is a built up of snow, the pass closes and there is a huge traffic jam, and vehicles will have to wait, and the drivers and their staff will have to wait in extreme conditions. And this is why building a tunnel on this route also is very, very important. It's a very, very high altitude, very difficult to work. The government department is actually excavating and building. The tunnel is under construction, will be ready by 2024. However, recently there has been a major blockade on that road, and now it has been opened. The traffic department cleared the tunnel, and they allowed the traffic to flow, allowed the manpower and the supplies resume from Srinagar side to Leh. So I think this is something which is very interesting. I thought I'll cover about Zojila Pass, because it is the second coldest motorable road in the world. Many people may not know about this, but I think it's good to have this information, because if by any chance, if you're passing by that road, you should remember that you heard it first on Akulmach Live. Moving on to the next interesting fact is again about Kedarnath. Kedarnath is in news again. If you remember, friends, about 2 years back, Prime Minister Modi had visited Kedarnath, and he actually went inside a cave. The cave was, and it was quite mesmerizing. I mean, such a powerful man sitting in solitude inside a cave. Now, this cave, so there was one cave which was reserved for this kind of excursion activities, where the tourists can go and book their slot, and they can spend some time, 1 or 2 days or whatever, depending on the traffic of tourists over there. So after the visit of PM Modi, this cave has been renamed as Modi Cave, and there is a lot of demand. A lot of people want to go there and spend their time inside the cave, inside the Kedarnath, in that holy land. So the Uttarakhand Tourism Department have started building two more caves in the near vicinity, and there will be three caves which will be available to tourists to book in advance. As of now, the rate has been defined as 1,500 rupees per day without any food. The cave is sufficient for one person. There will be basic facilities like washroom and wash basin, etc., inside the, and one bed, and with heating, etc., with light and heating. So it's very basic, very basic stuff. No amenities like a five-star facility, but you can book, and up in the mountain in solitude with total quiet environment, you can have your meditation. And this place is very pious. It's a holy land, so you can visit that area, and you can actually book your cave in advance. And there'll be three now. So one is already there, which is now known as Modi Cave. There are two more caves which are under construction. And you know that Kedarnath is open for tourism only for few months, 4 to 6 months, depending on the situation, the weather situation there. And there is a travel time. I mean, you just cannot go to Kedarnath anytime as you feel like. you have to plan it much in advance, and you have to make your bookings, and it's quite tedious journey basically. Once you reach there, so as part of this exercise of yatra, the booking of your cave can also be made much in advance, and it is available online. You can go to Uttarakhand tourism department website and book your cave. And so this is very interesting. I think I would like to avail this. uh, you have to go without all amenities like mobile phone or anything like that. So in solitude, if you can spend 1 or 2 days or 3 days maximum inside the cave with nothing to do, just relax, connect with nature, and so on, I think there's a good idea. There's one more facility which is available on payment, that is food. You can actually arrange your food, 3 meals on extra payment. So, friends, I think if you like this information, send in your comments here. I'm waiting to display what you feel about this, about staying in a holy land inside the cave, which has basic facilities for you, and you can have a completely regenerating experience of 1 or 2 days. Moving on, friends. Now, this is about the tech world. As you know, that we every day talk about at least one tech, and there is so much happening across the world. The COP26 just got over, and there has been a pledge taken by all countries, all major countries, to reduce the carbon footprint and bring it to a level of net zero carbon emission into the atmosphere or in water, etc. So one of the major part of pollution is the personal vehicles. We have so many vehicles. Everybody wants to have at least 2 vehicles in their household, and three, so at least one on an average, and two if you're middle class, and more than two if you have a little bit more extra funding with you. So people spend so much money collecting these cars of their choices, etc. But that is putting so much of pressure on our environment. So the only way out is electrify your vehicles, electrify your personal transportation. Either you walk to the metro station and travel by metro, or if you want to travel short distance, go to electric cycle or a trike or a bike option, or if you want to have a car, go for electric car. So the biggest bottleneck when it comes to electric car system is really the charge time. How fast the charge can be applied to the car, and how long the juice will last. So I think this is something that people are not very comfortable with right now, because the charge on an average car takes about, slow charge takes about 8 hours. If it is fast charge, it takes about minimum of 1.5 hours. Or if you have a very expensive car with you, you are looking at less than an hour of a charge time. But nothing is instant. It is not that you switch on and boom, your car gets charged in just two minutes. Nothing like that. It is not comparable with driving into a petrol station, getting your tank filled, and then drive away for about another 500 kilometers. It's not like that. So you have to get used to this reality when you go for electric charge. So that is the biggest bottleneck. And there is one company from United States called Lightyear. They are developing a car right now as we speak that will require to charge the car only once in 2 years. Imagine the situation. Your car will be charged only once in 2 years. That means virtually maintenance free. You can go anywhere, anytime. You don't have to pull over in any of the petrol station for 2 years. You can keep driving around. Obviously, they are using solar power, and they have made the car very light. I'm looking at the information which is freely available in the public domain. The car is lighter than the lightest car in India, which is Maruti Alto. This is the car which is even lighter than Maruti Alto, and it is going to be a sedan, that means four-seater with sufficient power. And the efficiency of the electric engine is basically, it's very efficient. Basically, it runs for longer mileage. It gives you a longer, bigger mileage for a lesser charge consumption. So that is other side of the story, where they are building more efficient electric motor for this car. So they're making the car lighter, more efficient, energy efficient motor, and the entire car is covered with solar panels. These solar panels are best in their class, and they are supposed to give you lot of power to your batteries. So I think this is the trick here. This car is covered with the solar panel all around on the panels, and this is something which is the future. I think these are the solutions that we are looking for as consumer. If there is a vehicle available which I don't have to charge, and if I charge only once in 2 years, I think it's going to work for me. What about you? Write in, friends, send in your comments, and I will like to read them, respond to them, to each one of them, as far as my capability goes. So, friends, thank you very much for joining and watching our program today. Do connect with us, and also I look forward to receiving your messages. In fact, there is a message right now. Let me show this, display this message. This is from user Edify Learning, and they are saying that convert the present car to electric car. It's also a good option. Definitely, it's a good option. Edify Learning. Thank you for your comment, and this is something which is good. I think there is a space for innovation when it comes to electric vehicle, where there are a whole lot of cars which are available now needs conversion. Legally, how it is possible, I think we will talk about that in the next discussion. But I think the India is waking up to this reality. The Indian government is providing the scrape centers by 2024, where you can go and scrape your car. If you scrape your car, you will get return of your current car value plus 5% discount on the new car that you're going to buy. And also there are 50% subsidies on electric vehicles. So I think it makes a lot of sense to scrape your current car, whichever car you have, get the benefit, buy a new electric car at a throwaway price. So I think this is where it is moving. So while there is a space for innovation for converting existing car, but I think the legal framework is available where you can, instead of converting your existing car, you just scrape it and go for a new car, altogether new. So friends, I think for today I will end my narration here, and I'll catch you again tomorrow with something more interesting. Do write in your comments, and better would be to join live. If you have anything to say, you can join live using your mic and camera right during the show, and we will display your question. You can ask us question live, and we will display your comments and question live. So friends, I will catch up with you tomorrow again, same time at 2:30. Until then, bye bye.